How's it going, guys? It's Goalazio here. Welcome back to another FIFA 21 career mode tutorial. I haven't done a tutorial in a while and this has been requested. So this particular tutorial is absolutely perfect if you are doing like a Road to Glory, for instance. This does work if you are doing a more prestigious career mode, but it is mainly aimed at your Road to Glory career mode. So guys, make sure to hit that like button. Of course, if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe because I got plenty more videos coming your way super soon. But anyway, let's get into the tutorial. So I have had many requests, right? I'm going to bring up my screen right now. I have had many requests recently about how do I actually find good players. I got my Tigers career mode open up, just so you know. So I've been asked quite often, so when I'm doing a Road to Glory and you don't want to go to third-party websites, or even just in general, you want to spot good players to actually sign. Doesn't matter whether they have potential or not, you just want someone who's actually going to get the job done really well and really quickly in your actual career mode. And this is how I actually find my players. There's a few attributes. I mentioned it in a few videos, but of course I mentioned that in passing, but we're going to go into a little bit more detail today. So let me show you up on the screen right now. So you'll be able to see there are key attributes here. You do have acceleration, which for Quinoros is 91, his agility is 92, his balance is at 73, and of course we do have sprint speed as well, which is at 93 too. They are the four attributes which are the biggest contribution to a player actually being good, whether they have high potential rating or not. I usually use a general rule of thumb of 20% or more tends to be the best bet. And what I mean by that is that, for example, Quinoros here, he's 75 rated, and his acceleration, sprint speed, his balance is a little off, and his agility are all in the 90s, which is around 20% on top of what he's actually worth. So it's around 14% on top of that. So he's a little higher than normal. So your minimum would be on Quinoros would be around 85 overall in those other statistics. That rule of thumb basically means if you have a player around 60 rated and he has around 75 plus in those attributes, you're going to have yourself a really good player. It just seems to work. It's a really common thing for me that's really occurred quite frequently over time in my actual career modes. So those are the key attributes that you're going to be looking for to actually find a good player. Whether they have good potential or not, it doesn't really matter because you will have a good player no matter what, right? So as long as you've got that pace, that agility, that balance, everything else is kind of a little bonus for you. Doesn't really matter, okay? So that's my key thing. So when I'm just doing random Road to Glory and I just want to look for players, not too bothered what anyone else is saying about them, that's what I actually do. I look at those key attributes as well. Of course, when I look at these attributes, there are sub-attributes, and there is only really one big one. And I'm going to show you again up on the screen. Let's just bring this back up again. You can see here for Quinoros, it's stamina. Stamina is a little bit of a downside on Quinoros a little bit. Let me just see if I can find another player with actually decent stamina. I don't think anyone in this particular career mode does. But Cruz, for example, really good player in my career mode. Really solid, actually. And he has around 80 stamina. With that stamina side of things, I'm going to bring up Quinoros again. Stamina is kind of like a subcategory. So one of the biggest things with playing FIFA is that you're going to have a lot of games, especially in Road to Glories. You're going to have a lot of games where it's like, oh my goodness, these players literally just can't play them constantly because their stamina's too low. Stamina for me, you need it around 75 rated to actually have a decent player. Not necessarily priority to have a good player, but it's really substantial where you're thinking, I don't want to be making subs, or I can't risk making subs in my career mode at around 60 minutes in. I need to make them around 80, or I need them to last a full 90 minutes. So that's the option there. You need to take into consideration that stamina, and that'll be your tier 2 statistics that you need to take into consideration. But anyway, guys, so they were how to actually spot a really good player in career mode. And I'm just going to bring up the main screen again with Quinoros on. Those 4 attributes, acceleration, sprint speed, balance, agility, no matter the potential you have on a player, which you probably wouldn't know what it was if you was doing this technique, will actually allow the player to be a really good player. And the reason for that is because the way FIFA works is all about controlling of the ball. It's about having pace and the ability to actually move that ball around really well. Whether they have good dribbling or not, if they have good agility and balance, they're going to control the ball really well, and they'll be able to move the ball pretty decent. So those 4 attributes are really well worked together. Unfortunately, if you don't have pace, agility, and balance are good, but they don't tend to work together, so you are going to have a slightly weaker player. However, if you have got all 4, it's going to work absolutely brilliant for you. So really take that in consideration when you're spotting and finding good players if you don't want to use any third-party websites. And you know what, my general rule of thumb anyway, I always sign players with those attributes. Whether they have high potential or not, I just stick with them because I know for a fact they're going to be good. But guys, I want to say thanks for watching. I hope you did enjoy this very quick, easy tutorial just to kind of give you understanding how I spot good players without going to any different website or anything like that. Just in career mode where I'm like, well, actually, this guy's a pretty decent signing. I think you should try him out. That's how I do it. It's all statistics. But guys, I want to say thanks for watching. If you did enjoy the video, hit that like button. And if you want to see more from me, more tutorials, more videos, more career mode series on FIFA 21, hit that subscribe button. But guys, check me out on Twitter and everything. Links in the description. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.